Hi, welcome to Misaligned Learning. I'm Jackie, and today we're going to be talking about setting a project. So setting a project is a great practice whether you're working alone, independently, or if you're working with a team. This is going to give you a structure and a root directory to organize all of your files, whether it's just your Maya files or any images that are linked. This is also great for a team because then you can have all relative paths connect to the same location. So whether you're sharing assets or even source images for textures, maybe some renders that you've generated, we're all looking in the same place. This is also great if you're all not connected to the same network and you want to package everything up to share it with people that are working in other locations, because we have an archive option that's going to generate a zip file and package everything that was set in this set project. So let's talk about how to set that up. If we go over here under File, and we go under Project Window, this is going to open up this interface here where we have the option of creating what these folders are called and also where they might be located if we don't want them to generate and be just under this already prescribed root directory. We can also obviously change the name of it. So if I turn this on, this lets me type in a new project name. I'll just leave it here as new project. This is going to give me the option to save it wherever I'd like in my network. I'm just going to leave it here. If you're brand new to setting projects, this is where you're going to find your default project that Maya is going to give you when you download Maya to your computer. This is going to fill in with a bunch of default names for all of our different subdirectories. If you want to change any of these names, we can go ahead and just type it in. So if we don't want it to be called images, we'd rather it be called renders, we can do that here. We can also change where these are linked to. So for example, if we want to connect to maybe the shaders from a different project, for this one, we can go under our source images. We can go here and we connect to a different project. And maybe in here, I'm going to connect to these source images and select. And now it's not going to be its relative path, but it's going to connect to that other location. If I don't want Maya to save somewhere by default, I can simply clear out that field. So now Maya is going to prompt me if it needs to save any items that would fall under that category that it believes would be saved there. We also have some secondary project locations. If you want to change any of these, you can simply toggle on the edit option. We also have translator data. These are going to be for Exchange files such as your FBX. And then if you'd like to set up any new rules for your particular pipeline, you can do that here. So once we hit accept, this is going to create a new project folder as well as connect us to it. Let's talk about how we can toggle to different project folders if maybe we also had one set up, or we're just starting a new Maya file and we need to connect to one that's already going. So here we can go under Set Project. And this is going to ask us which project directory do you want to connect to. This is the one we just created. If we double click, we can see all of the folders that we've created. And you can also see here that instead of it saying images, it says renders, just like we wanted. Let me go up and say that this time I want to connect it to this one. I want to make sure that I'm selecting the highest level. We don't want to go in here and select any subfolders. We want to select it at its top level. Another important thing to note is that all of these folders, even though we can't see it right here, but if you're looking through your Windows Explorer, is going to have a workspace mel. That is going to be an essential file. Let me open up my screen here so you can see. So these workspace mel files, this is essentially where Maya is saving all the things that we just set. So it's saying where you want to save everything as a default, where all these files exist. So this needs to come with any set project. If you try to set a project and you don't have this mel file, it's going to ask you if you want to create one. Okay, so now if we save our scene here and I do a save as, what it's going to do is it's going to go into whatever project we have set, and it's going to by default go into our scenes. We also have a shortcut over here if we want to change where we're setting it. So if you didn't set it prior to saving, you have the option here. We also have this pull down option of the ones you've used recently. So if I want to go to my new project, this is where I can toggle it over here, and you'll see that this is where my source images are going to be saved to. So instead of saving it under my new project, it's actually saving it under my project because that's where this shortcut is taking me to. So if I want to go into here and I want to save this, I can say save as. And now that's currently where my file is going to be saved to. Now we talked about packaging things. If I want to archive out all the scenes that I've created, as well as any connected files, such as source images for textures, renders, or just any other files that exist within that set file or that set project directory, then I would use this archive option. If I select that, you can see down at the bottom of the screen the result that it created a zip file that's going to be nested inside my scenes folder of my set project. Let's open that up here. So we are currently in my new project, and if I go under scenes, you can see my zip file here ready to be sent with the rest of my team. That should be everything.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy these demos, please subscribe to my channel.